the order of my laws.
Are you can't?
I can never, my
Raise
lord.
an objection. I will impose a heavy fine on you.
My lord, sir, humble. Sir.
Whether civil court is not a court. You have not read Kalabhar. Have you read Sakri Vasu?
No, my lord.
Have you read Alik Padamsi?
I have not gone through the Supreme Court.
That is the difficulty. You have not gone through even a single judgment of Supreme.
This is a fresh petition in which an IA has been filed. Because due to typographical mistake, the name of respondent number 1, 2 and 3 have been indicated as district Sagar instead of district Nursing.
वो तो ठीक है, sir. Who has dispossessed you?
My lords, I shall start with my arguments.
Now, who has dispossessed you?
My lords, he is one Krishna Kumar.
Now, whether he is a government official or a private person.
No, my lords.
Eh?
He is not a government official.
How a writ petition against the action of a private person?
If my lords can be kind enough to just bear with me for a few minutes, I will just briefly state the facts of the case.
आप तो सीधा maintainability पे बताइए, sir. I am not supposed to go through each and every word.
My lords,
How a writ petition against a private person is maintainable, sir? Please tell me.
my lords, before coming to the question of maintainability, just
Forget about that. I am not supposed to hear a case which is otherwise not maintainable.
yes, my lords.
Please don't argue as per your convenience. First of all, satisfy me whether a writ petition against a private person is maintainable. In case if you insist that I should hear you first.
Yes.
And ultimately, if I come to a conclusion that it is not maintainable, then I can impose a penalty for wasting the court's period time.
My lords. My lords.
First of all, yes, what do you want? First of all, do you want to answer my query or you want to go ahead with your arguments?
Well, first I'll answer my lord's query.
Yes, please.
My lords, the respondent has illegally demolished our residential accommodation and we had made representations before the public authorities. Firstly, we went to the local police for lodging an FIR, but under the political and financial influence of the respondent, my lords, just a second. Under the political and financial influence of the respondent, no FIR was registered, aggrieved by which we made a representation before Collector Narsinghpur. No actions were taken, my lords. Aggrieved by which we made a representation twice before SP Narsinghpur, dated 14th of
For
March.
what purposes?
For taking action for lodging FIR against the respondent for illegally demolishing our residential accommodation without any.
Under which provision of law it would be an offense?
My lords, to my very limited knowledge, according to me, by illegally demolishing our residential accommodation where we had been residing for past 30 years,
Hardly
the
matter.
respondent has committed an offense under section 436 of IPC, wherein committing mischief by illegally causing destruction of any property is punished with imprisonment for life and is a session tribal cases, so it's a high degree of cognizable offense.
So if you think that they should have registered the FIR,
My lords.
please file a complaint.
My lords, we have made representations.
Please file a complaint before the concerning magistrate.
So my lords, may kindly give a direction that until the complaint is decided, my lords, kindly.
Yes, you will not be allowed to re-enter on your land. यही डायरेक्शन दे सकता हूँ, क्या दे सकता हूँ? आपको दोबारा पोजेशन तो नहीं दिला सकता.
My lords, we are in.
वहां जाने से रोक सकता हूँ, रोक देता हूँ.
My lords, we are in possession of the property.
Once your house has already been demolished, then.
I'll explain the position, my lords. My lords, after the.
Sir, please,
my lords.
if you want that an FIR should be registered against the respondent number 4, file a complaint.
I'll tell the present situation.
If you want that the possession should be restored back, file a civil suit.
My lords, they should have filed the civil suit because my lords under section.
9162 sorry sir.
My lords.
9162/2024. This petition under Article 226 of Constitution of India has been filed seeking the following relief.
My lords,
Heard on IA number 4950/2024 and application.
my lords, may kindly give a direction that until the complaint has been filed, she shall not be illegally dispossessed. She is in possession of the property. What has happened, my lord? After the demolition of her residential accommodation, they have made a kind of tent in the same premises and are somehow residing there.
Yes. कला भारती एडवर्टाइजिंग वाले केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा है?
My lords, I won't.
यही तो प्रॉब्लम है.
My lords.
जब आपको एक बार सुन के मना कर दिया जाता है तो you think that you have a very good argument. What the Supreme Court has held that if the High Court is not entertaining the writ petition, then no interim order should be passed. Are you aware of this judgment?
No, my lords.
That is the difficulty. And before making an argument, you don't make out and you never search for the judgments whether your argument is करेक्ट और नॉट?
My lords.
यही पे तो प्रॉब्लम है कि आप लोग जो मन में सोचते हो वही कानून होता है आपके हिसाब से।
My lords.
जो किताबों में है, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट कहती है वो तो कोई कानून नहीं है, जो हाई कोर्ट कहती है वो कोई कानून नहीं है।
My lords.
जस्टिफाई सर 2010 का लाइए, दीजिएगा इनको कला भारतीय एडवर्टाइजिंग का। That is the difficulty with you. You don't know even the basic law, and unnecessarily you are hammering upon a submission which has already been rejected by this court.
My lords.
I have already rejected your contention. If you want a protection of your possession in a civil suit, file an application under 39(1) and 2 and seek a temporary injunction.
My lords, so humble.
Whether civil court is not a court.
My lords, but
Whether a decree passed by the civil court is subordinate to the order passed by this court under Article 226. Whether they are not at par with each other.
my lords, just one submission I have.
Yes, sir. I am dictating the order.
Just
Once you have admitted that you don't know the law, then why should I go on hearing you?
law on what point, my lord?
I don't know, sir. I am not your teacher.
My lords.
You are a lawyer. You should have come with preparation.
My lords.
You have not read Kala Bharati. Have you read Sakri Vasu?
No, my lords.
Have you read Alik Padamsi?
I have not gone through the Supreme Court.
That is the difficulty. You have not gone through even a single judgment of Supreme Court.
My lords.
And according to you, whatever you are submitting, that is law. And what the Supreme Court is saying, it is irrelevant for you.
My lords.
And then you are not allowing me to pass an order which, according to me, will be in the light of the judgment passed by the Supreme Court.
My lords, in no way or form I can restrict my lord.
And then have a patience. Accordingly, with liberty to the petitioner to file a criminal complaint under Section 200 of CRPC, as well as to file a civil suit, the petition is dismissed. आप लोग कैसे बिना पढ़े आते हो यार? With so much of overconfidence that whatever the judge is saying, he doesn't know anything.
My lords, in no way or form I can ever think that, my lords.
Forget about that. हम जब आपकी उम्र के थे ना सर, पूरा पढ़ने के बाद भी घबराते रहते थे कुछ छूट ना गया हो और वहीं पे ना फंस जाएं। और आप लोग बिना पढ़े आ रहे हो
My lords.
और फिर कहते हो कि we can't even think of challenging you. अरे, once you have not read anything,
My lords, not.
did you ever put a question on Google कि whether a writ petition for registration of FIR is maintainable? WhatsApp तो खेल लेते हो यार।
My lords.
इसको WhatsApp बना के Google पे खेलो ना, तो आपका कुछ ज्ञान बढ़ेगा।
My lords.
Anyhow, और अगर आप कुछ मेहनत करते,
My lords.
आपको कुछ मिल जाता है।
My lords, so I have one.
नहीं सर, sorry.
No, I have no objection towards the order of my lords.
अरे you can't.
I can never, my
Raise an
lords.
objection. I will impose a heavy fine on you.
No, my lords.
How can you raise an objection if you are not satisfied? File a WA. You have a remedy.
My lords.
क्या मजाक करते हो
My
यार?
lords, my lords.
चल